Fresh off the presses. Fresh off the presses. Shouts out to Adam Scheffler. Shouts out to my boy who lives in Oakland, lives in the Bay, and he always say, I'm from Oakland. These dudes don't talk about, I'm from real Oakland. Antonio Brown has won my money. He has won my money, won my money, won my money. Oh my goodness. This fool is going to find a way to blow that $30 million signing bonus. He thinks it's all a game. It's a show. Wow. No. See, here's what you guys don't realize. A fine is what he was given down the road. But we'll get to that. We need to get this thing straight. Shouts out to the people that's in the live chat. Welcome. Oakland in the house. Is Oakland in the house? This is the news of the day. I know Jay-Z's happy right now. Antonio Brown took a lot of attention away from him. I know he's like, thank you. Now, let's get to the juice. The NFL has been doing a disservice to a lot of people out there. But some people have been definitely rewarded for their privileges of being silly or clowns. Nobody other than two players, Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown. They have taken everything that we represent and try to say, hey, we are not like these people. Yep. We got another Ocho Cinco times 10. Y'all remember Ocho Cinco? Man changed his name to a doggone number that is not even his number. He thought Ocho Cinco means 85 in Spanish. It does not. You would think he would confer with somebody who actually spoke the language of Spanish so that he would understand that Ocho Cinco does not mean 85 in Spanish. But it was too late because he already changed his name. Jerry Reeves, this is new developments. You're going to find out what we're talking about later on. This has nothing to do with the fines. This is very new information, like 15 minutes ago news. You're getting it fresh off the presses. It's already on ESPN. Okay, well, ESPN got it too, so now it's everywhere. Mental issues. That boy got CTE times 10 to the fifth power. They need to start cutting his brain open right now. This boy about to blow $30 million. But back to what I was saying, Ocho Cinco means 8 and 5, not 85. Now, what happened is what they're talking about is that he was missing practices and coming in late. So that he was fined for doing that. So he went on his phone and talked real crazy on the phone, sending out messages or whatever. Then he had a meeting with the general manager, Antonio Brown. He sat down and went at it with Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock is already upset with him, period, over this whole helmet issue. Decided to get into it in a shouting match. And then what has transpired is Antonio Brown posted the fine letter on social media that Mayock sent to him, that led to the argument. And now this is going to lead to even bigger things with the Oakland Raiders. Now, this could end up affecting his guaranteed $30 million that the team is guaranteed to pay him. Brown ain't thinking straight. He keep talking about he don't need football. He gonna really have to live up to that because he about to be sent home for the whole year. And the Raiders is like, do we want to pay this guy $30 million? Because he's an idiot. You can't trade him. Who the hell would take him? You ain't gonna get your value back from him in a trade. Don't forget to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, because this is breaking news off the press. A lot of you guys thought he was just getting a fine and suspension. He was. Until he just screwed up about when he posted that letter and he had it out with Mayock. They're finna suspend him. Believe me, he's finna be suspended. And I won the bet. I told you, me and my buddy had a bet. Who was gonna screw up first? Odell Beckham Jr. or Antonio Brown? And I said, oh, heck no. Give me that Antonio Brown. That guy is going to show you Ben Roethlisberger was 100% correct. And nobody likes Roethlisberger. Nobody likes Broberger because he's arrogant. And he was wrong in the situation, but you forgive him now because we know how bad Antonio Brown is. He corrupted Bell. He corrupted all these guys. He is a team killer. And now everybody sees it. He has not even played one game for the Oakland Raiders. And look where we are. And I told people, I said, Odell Beckham Jr. has got seasons under his belt. Oh, man, we got to get them likes up. What is going on? 57 likes. This is crazy. Odell Beckham Jr. Another Terrell Owens. T.O. was never a problem like this. Y'all remember one incident T.O. had when he was in Philly. Other than that, Terrell Owens didn't have any issues like this. It was never like this. Now, Ocho Cinco may have. T.O. became a problem once he wasn't getting the money that he felt he deserved. He would freak out. The San Francisco T.O. and things of that nature. But wherever T.O. was, you ain't had to worry about him not practicing. You ain't had to worry about him not performing on the field. He was going to do his job. What did he do wrong in Dallas? What did he do wrong in Dallas? The only thing he did was get into it with the offensive coordinator doing practices. That's it. They having discussion about football, not discipline. Dallas traded T.O., and what did they replace him with? Nothing. They've been searching for his replacement ever since. The man played for Dallas with a broken hand. With a quarterback who kept costing them games because he kept targeting Jason Witten. He was telling you the truth. People didn't want to hear it. It's like the dude is zeroing in on Witten. As soon as he throw the ball, interception. Tony Romo was the king of the pick six. You overpaid for him. Exactly. You overpaid for him. They not laughing. They just already, they just shaking their head. Ben Roethlisberger's probably laughing. But Juju, he already like, man, it's a shame because he looked up to Antonio Brown. When he was there, Antonio Brown and him got along no problems. See, that guy is good as long as he's a star. Once Juju was getting all those yards and being, getting targeted and getting open, Antonio Brown was ticked off. It's about him being a star. And he'll have a game like, he'll have 2 touchdowns, about $160. He wanted to know why he ain't got 200 yards. A player like that isn't going to win you championships, isn't going to win you anything. So you're best off getting away from him. Football is a hard game to win when you got somebody on the team you can't stand, and you got to win in spite of playing with somebody you don't like. Very difficult to get that across because it ends up splitting a team in half. And we saw that happen to the Steelers. They were split, and they couldn't get the locker room back. You had one side gravitating to Antonio Brown's nonsense, and you got Ben Roethlisberger's side. Now you got a divided team that got to play together on the field. It's not going to work out. Never does. Well, that's why his work ethic is so high. He's a Sagittarius. Number 1 sign in the world. We the hardest workers in the world. For those who just got here and want to know the recent developments, Antonio Brown is about to be suspended after a confrontation with the general manager, Mike Mayock. Those two had a verbal conversation after Antonio Brown decided to post the fine letter he got from the Oakland Raiders, actually general manager Mike Mayock himself, after he was fined for missing practice or being late. He didn't agree with the fine. So he posted it on his social media, and they notified him that he was going to be suspended, that they're in talks of suspending him after a conversation went left between Antonio Brown and Mike Mayock. He didn't like what Antonio Brown had to say. Antonio Brown didn't like what Mike Mayock has to say, but Mike Mayock is the general manager. They have $30 million of guaranteed money to pay you this year, but you could screw that up by not playing, and they can say, you know what, we're going to just void the whole contract. You go do what you want to do. Contract voided. Your $30 million guaranteed money, gone. So you say you don't need football. Well, do you need $30 million guaranteed? You ready to throw that away? off of stupidity, and I would go right to a hospital and get check Antonio Brown head out right away because something's wrong with his brain. That boy must got some developing CTE going on right now. Get Will Smith and get everybody out there, that African doctor, and let him go back and doing the test on his head to see if that dude got CTE. Because we got concussions. Like Will Smith said, this is your brain. This is the water fluid. This is an onion. And this is what happened with every hit in football. Bang, 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 bang. Man, you got suspended on your day off. Yeah, so they got me on tape and everything. Well, we all got to look at a situation and say, sometimes we just got to do our damn jobs. I mean, do what you paid to do, man. You're supposed to be there on time. There's a rule that's not just for Antonio Brown, that's for every player that's on the team. So I don't get or understand why is it such a challenge for you to abide by the rules. You're not a superstar. You're a player for the Oakland Raiders. It makes zero sense to me because you're a player for the Oakland Raiders. You're supposed to do what's best for the team. That's it. He's a player. He's not a star. He's a player on the Oakland Raiders. That makes a lot of sense. What, the rules don't apply to him? The same rules that apply to all the other players on the team applies to him too. Do you think Tom Brady comes in late to a New England Patriots practice, he won't be fined? Do you think they treat Tom Brady any different than they treat anybody else on the New England Patriots? He's not a star. He's a sideshow. He's a great talent. But the rules in football does not apply. In these situations, the rule of football is not about individuality. In case you know, they wear helmets and they want them to keep their helmets on because the NFL, they promote team. They don't promote individuality. Sports shows, they promote individuality. Antonio Brown, Ezekiel Elliott, they promote that. The NFL don't really promote that. They promote teams because they know players come and go, but the team going to be here next year. So the NFL is the only place that promotes this way. Why do you think they're number one? They're not tying themselves to a player that's going to be gone in a couple of years. It's all about that logo. They promote that. So no one is above the logo. We've seen the greatest players in the history of football not be with the team consistently from beginning to end. You saw Joe Montana had to become a Kansas City Chief. You saw Randy Moss, the greatest player we've ever seen, bounce from team to team. You see Tom Brady might have to play somewhere else next year, depending on what happens here. The man just won 6 Super Bowls. Just went to 3 consecutive Super Bowls in a row. They went to 3 out of the last 4 Super Bowls. 3 out of the last 4. You saw Jerry Rice have to go to Oakland. You said, you mean Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice didn't retire with the Niners because nobody's above the logo. And neither is Antonio Brown. The Raiders logo is bigger than Antonio Brown. So no matter what star and what universe he thinks he is, he's not a star. He could walk down the street right now. People are going to say, who in the world are you? Somebody like, he looks familiar. A lot of people don't know what he looked like. They don't know him. They know Abel Jr. more than they know him. Why? Because you've seen Odell Beckham hang out with Drake and all these fashion shows. You've seen him without the helmet. He's what you would call a bigger star than Antonio Brown. You think Odell Beckham is on the same level as Antonio Brown as far as stardom? Okay, let me go right here. What's they social media handles? Do they have any Twitter accounts or something? Let me see if this guy even has a. AB, Antonio Brown. He's got 1.4 million followers on Twitter. Okay, let's go to OBJ. Right? The man's known as OBJ now. 4 million followers on Twitter. That's just Twitter. I ain't go to their grams or nothing like that. So he has 3 times the following of Antonio Clown. 3 million bots. Then how many bots do you think Antonio Brown got? If 3 million of them is bots, I think about 700,000 bots is for Antonio Brown. Besides people who play fantasy football and the people in the Pittsburgh area, nobody knows about Antonio Brown until this whole year, and people still don't know what he looks like. Everybody thinks it's mental because in any other person's mindset, you would not risk messing up getting your $30 million guaranteed money that's on the table for you to get. He almost blew that over a stupid helmet. And they explained to him over and over about the helmet. Over and over again, they explained to him about the helmet. They said, sir, about this helmet. We went there, we investigated it, we wasted our time. We know you like the helmet, we investigated it. The helmet is not safe. They made modifications to the helmet to make them safer. You see, that's what he's not getting. This safer for the person that's getting hit, and definitely safer for the players. They're trying to cut down on concussions. So it has to pass a safety protocol. So that was the reason for the helmet. That you would think any other normal person would say, oh, okay, cool, bet. Now Antonio Brown, what the hell? What you mean? What they mean is, what they mean, very simple what they mean, isn't it? Exactly. So now you're stuck in a situation where you're dealing with an overprivileged player who definitely is going to bring your team down to disaster. The Raiders right now have a decent team, especially defensively, and they're building a team more to the likings of what Gruden wants to see. And Antonio Brown is a great piece to that. But they like, look, we can move on without this guy. We want to save ourselves $30 million. Cut ties with him. Shannon dissed him on Twitter. Well, he should. He's an idiot. I didn't even see what Shannon Sharpe put down. Oh, here he is. Shannon Sharpe, 1 minute ago. Man, when I said money don't change people, it makes you more of who you are. AB is a prime example. A clown that gets a large sum of money, buys more makeup, and becomes a bigger clown. Don't ask why a person chooses to be a clown, but why we keep watching him perform. I told you. We all told you. And I won money. I bet with my buddy who was going to screw up first, Odell Beckham Jr. or Antonio Brown. He said Odell Beckham Jr. I'm like, nope, it's going to be this guy because he's the smaller guy. He wants to be the main guy. Odell Beckham then had his screw ups. He done been through a lot of it. Once he was on that boat, I mean, that was the worst he got. And then the way he played in the game after being on the boat, oh yeah. He never lived that down. Then getting traded from the Giants. Now he's in Cleveland. He ain't trying to mess up no more. He done been through it already. So I already knew the first screw up was going to be this clown. They put Hard Knocks over there too because they already knew you bringing in Antonio Brown, oh, we getting Hard Knocks over there. It's finna go up. This was the highest rated Hard Knocks ever. Oakland right now is trending here in Illinois. Do you know why? Because the NFL kicks off in Illinois today, which means I am not driving towards the city. They got Jay-Z. They got cops. They got cops. They got cops. They got cops. And I'm not trying to go down there and get caught in that traffic. It's the biggest football rivalry in the sports. Packers and Bears tonight. Not to mention, It Chapter 2 opens tonight. Because of football, they have It Chapter 2 playing at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how big the game is. Who is this now? So he think Gruden is in charge. No, they ain't stuck with him. He gone. Uh-oh. I don't know how many games the suspension is. They were deciding on the suspension, and it was like he's gonna be suspended. So anybody got Antonio Brown in fantasy football? I told you, baby, I'm winning the championship. I'm winning the chip. The chip. Let me give you my winning team. Let me give you my winning fantasy football team. Marcus, y'all ready tonight? Because I got the Green Bay kicker. The guy who missed 4 field goals ain't gonna miss no more. Better not. My kicker going tonight. I don't got a B. Of course I don't. I'm smart. I don't need players on my team that might be suspended. 4 games, 3 games. People talking about he might be out 5 games. I don't know. Oh, let's look at my winning team. Ben Roethlisberger. Woo. Big Mike Williams from the Chargers. Calvin Ridley from Atlanta. Todd Gurley from the Rams. Who else I got? Sony Michel from New England Patriots. My tight end, McDonald from Pittsburgh. Sammy Watkins is my slot back. Sammy Watkins. Oh, my kicker, Mason Crosby. I got Philly's defense. And we got defensive players in our league. I got Littleton, linebacker from the Rams. I got Martinez, linebacker from Green Bay. Make them pay all day. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm finna crush my first week matchup. This is a joke. Y'all don't stand a chance. See y'all in the playoffs. Y'all better just hope. I'm going to the playoffs right now. Matter of fact, I got an A in my draft too. Top draft picks. I was number 1 in the draft picks this year. I'm going to the top. Y'all going to the bottom. That's the way it is. Y'all playing for second place. He's still my boy over here roasting me over Jimmy Butler. Todd Gurley gonna get it done. We're gonna get Gurley going early. So make sure you guys donate to the page. Hit up that Cash App. Ooh, you want to do a Moss versus T.O.? Are you on crack? When you want to do that? Jay Bears, man, we called you and everything. Tried to get you on there. All right, when I see you in the Stream Lab or the Cash App, you leave your contact in there. Contact info, we got you. He's like, I was working. There is no comparison. Is you wait? Are you saying T.O.? Moss just got deep routes. Oh my god! You setting yourself up for disaster. You are setting yourself up for disaster. Oh, buddy, I want to do that video right now. you just you made me want to do that video right now. We gonna have to set this up. Definitely. Because I definitely want to get this thing done. We got to get this thing done quick. I'm just can't believe you even had the audacity to say that. Mm-hmm. Can you believe the week's almost over? Mm-hmm. Randy Moss is a freak of nature. Okay, a freak of nature. There's never been nothing like him. We're gonna yeah, I gotta get out of here. Everything's gonna start getting a little busy. So I'm gonna holler at you guys.